Today's topic, clairvoyance. I love the title, clairvoyance, learning to see the invisible. Learning to see the invisible. And everyone, for those who don't know me, although you're on my Facebook Live, I'm John Holland, psychic medium. I'm with Hay House, been with them for since I was 7. Since I was been with them for just had my 20th year anniversary with Hay House. And I've been doing this work for close to 3 decades, and the topic of clairvoyance, learning to see the invisible, it's right up my alley. And everyone, I'd like to introduce you to Pam Coronado, who I met on a documentary that we did together. And she is an amazing intuitive psychic and one of the best, if not the best psychic detectives in the United States. And she was the vice president of the Remote Viewing Association. So, Pam, now that I just did your whole intro, tell people who you are.
Thank you. Thank you for that. I'm Pam Coronado. I am an intuitive clairvoyant as well. I have been working as a psychic detective since 1996. So,
Wow.
yeah, it's been a little while. And I've worked for small departments, large departments, international, and everything in between. And I love to teach. I also teach about intuition because it's my passion. So that's why we're here
When
today.
you say you partnered with small organizations, she's talking about police, everybody in the judicial system, right? Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
small
Yeah.
police departments,
Yep.
large departments, FBI, Interpol, all kinds of things. So.
Right. So Pam actually, she helps people that are lost in the woods or lost in the mountains or someone committed a crime. She helps find the person that did this. She helps find victims. So that's why I think you're perfect for this, Pam, too, clairvoyance. And we all have some type of clairaudient, clairvoyance, clairsentience, Pam. But I think clairvoyance, which simply means, guys, in French, clear seeing, right? And it's with the third eye, which is right here, where it also involves the pineal gland, which sits right when the energy center of the third eye chakra sits right on the pineal gland. And we both use this in our work. I've been using this for 30 years. So we all have this, and Pam also uses this too. But I think, Pam, people don't realize that, first of all, everyone, when it comes to clairvoyance, right? We've all experienced this, right? How many of you who are clairvoyant, with clairvoyance, you see sometimes orbs, like you're like, what is that, right? Or sometimes, how many of you see something out of the corner of your eye and then you look, it's gone, right? Okay, that's clairvoyant. You're seeing with your peripheral, right? Because you're not staring right at it. People who are clairvoyant, you don't even realize this too, Pam, people's words that they use. Someone who is clairvoyant or has that ability, not even know it, or that potential, they walk into a room and they say, you know what? I don't like the look of the furniture here. Right. And you think it's just a design, but they've never taken design in school, or I don't like the look of that chair there, or I don't like the look of that picture there. People are clairvoyant, constantly think in pictures. People are clairvoyant, that have the ability. They dream a lot too. What else, Pam? People have that ability. What do you think?
I do too. They tend to be people who are kind of naturally artistic,
Yeah.
people who are very visual, people who are good at visualizing, people who dream a lot. All of those are signs that you have some clairvoyance naturally. I want to clear something up really quick, though. A lot of people misunderstand what the word clairvoyance is.
Right.
That
Because
it
they use it for everything, all the
Yeah,
ability.
they think everything that's psychic is clairvoyance, and that's not true. And they'll be called clairvoyant. A clairvoyant is someone who gets their images visually. So it's an important distinction.
Yeah. But everyone too, what the drawback is with that word too, though, is Hollywood and some TV shows, they have portrayed it over the top. Let me do that again in a big way. Over the top. It's over dramatized, where they show someone who's clairvoyant, and a 3D rift opens up and someone comes out or something comes out. Or when you see clairvoyantly that it's that clear, it's very, very subtle, right? There's objective, which is outside. When you see the energy on the corner, you see the orbs, or even when you're looking at somebody on stage, sometimes if the lighting is right and the background is right, you might see an aura and you're shaking your head like, okay, something's wrong with my eyes. You're actually going to that clairvoyant space. It's not with your physical eyes, everyone. It's right here. And if you've ever been to a psychic, you see us doing that kind of spacey look, right? Because we're not, I see I could go there right now and it's easy to teach, right? It's that spacey look, like you're looking past that person. So I love teaching that also, but please do not think of it as what they show in Hollywood, right? Okay. Or a lot of people think that when you do this, Pam, when I see the, when, well, for me, when I use this work, I use it for someone from the, when I'm connecting with those on the other side, they'll show me symbols. They'll show me different things about their lives. And it's very, very fleeting, right? They will show me symbols and colors. They'll show me sometimes words, right? So, and I read once too that I learned this, that the spirit never waste a picture. I mean, it's done in some type of image. No thought is ever wasted, right, Pam? So you're seeing this also, and I use this, everyone, and it's changing too, right, Pam? Pam, why don't you tell them, since you do this also with remote viewing, with clients, when you're finding, when you're working on crimes, how do you use your clairvoyance, Pam? Or what do you get?
Well, I get images. Usually, typically, I'm asking myself a question and then I wait to see what the answer
Right,
is in a picture form. So if I'm asking, about a crime, if I'm asking for the location of a missing person, obviously I'm gonna start seeing images from that location. If I ask for the vehicle that belongs to the perpetrator, I'm gonna start getting images. I'm not going to see a perfect picture of a car. I'm going to start with seeing a color and a basic shape, and then it's going to have to work on bringing it in clearer, right? So um, people think that they should just have these perfect visions, and it doesn't always work that way.
exactly. And I use it for medical intuition is starting to happen with me now. I use it for energy scanning. I use it when I'm doing Reiki with animals. I use it for finding lost items in the house. I use it for if I want to see someone to really see them, just like in the movie Avatar, when one of the avatars or the characters in the or the actor playing the avatar in the movie, when they look at another avatar and they say, "I see you." When they say that, everyone, I see you, they're not talking, I see you. I see all of you, right? I see all of you. And this is something, Pam, it's not just for psychics or mediums. Everybody can learn to use this in their life. My friend, he was a real estate agent, and I taught him how to just turn on his ability. Even though it may not be somebody's strongest, you can learn to, working with the third eye, the pineal gland, you can learn to open it, close it, use it for whatever you want. But he's a real estate agent, Pam, right? So what
Mhm.
he does, I told him that I take him through this certain process. And before a client may call and say, can we come in to see you? We're looking for a house, right? So they'll go to the office and before they even come in there, right? Because there's so many houses they could show them. Before they go in there, he just closes his eyes. He goes to the process that I taught him. And he knows before the person comes, Pam, what they're looking for. He may get something with they want a huge backyard. So he may get that kind of symbol for that. Or he may see something about the wraparound screened in porch that they want out back. They really want that for the kids and the dogs. So he'll see that. So when they come, he's like, well, I've got some with great porches on the back that are screened in, or I have this yard in the front. And they're like, oh my God, you already know what we want. Of course, guys, because he did this. I know somebody too, Pim, before they go into a board meeting, right? They will go through the process and say, show me a symbol of what this meeting's going, what I need to see about this meeting. They may see a flower, they may see a word, they may see a thunderbolt. All right, but that's that person's symbol. They know what to do before they go in there. You want to see how somebody's doing in another state, another country? You can actually do that, right, Pam?
Mhm, mhm.
Yeah.
They're-
So, and
they're
you've
gonna
taught
be-
some of you taught
Yeah.
some of this, Pam. What are some of the other things that you teach your students to use it for in their everyday life? Because I want to show people this is not just for what you consider the woo-woo, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think too that I use it so much in my life, sometimes it's hard for me to even narrow it down because I use it
That's
every
right.
day for so many different things. But it's funny, I do it at Christmas time, actually. Whenever I
Oh
think about a
no, you're
person
not
that's
the kind of
going,
person that scans the present, right?
yes, no, I scan them to figure out what to buy people. So I'm always like, what's their favorite? I'll ask myself, what's their favorite color? And then I'll get a color. or I'll ask what it is that they need. Is there something that they need? And
That's
sometimes I'll
right.
get a flash of something. So if I had, say, my car broke down, I will look at it and see what area
That's right.
it's, I'll see my attention will go to a specific area in the vehicle. I just, I use it in so many different ways. I always tell people you can look at photos of two different people if you were trying to hire somebody and really get a feel for each person by looking at the picture,
Yeah.
uh, and decide which one would be the better fit for you.
Yeah. And what she's talking about the car now with you buy an automobile. Now there is a VIN number so you can see if there was past accident. But what if there was something that's not there? What if somebody fixed something themselves, all right? So we have the ability, which can be taught, right, to actually scan a car. You can scan a car. And I tell you, everyone, okay, I wish I knew this, even though I'm intuitive anyways. Um, I live in a house, I'm a first-time buyer, right? I am a first-time buyer. And what happened is I could have scanned the house, right? And picked up things that the inspector should have told me about. All right. So you could literally scan a house and say, all right, is there anything wrong? And it's not scanning like this, guys. It's scanning clairvoyantly. And you may be able to get, well, what's with the basement? You know why? And what happened over here? So it's amazing. You could also, somebody's lost. You got your husband, your wife in the mall. Where are they? Boom, find them, right? Lost
Yeah.
items in the house, find them, right? See, and people can take it to the next level too, Pam, if they want to go into remote viewing also, right? Or, there's many, many things, but we want to show you also, this is not about just looking into the future. It can be used. What's the sense of having this natural ability that we're all born with part of the soul if you can't use it in your everyday life? And Pam and I did do a picture reading webinar that was fantastic, where you can look at two pictures, and which, and hey, sometimes we're all on dating sites, right? Okay. Some of us, right? Okay. But they usually sometimes people usually show the beautiful photographs of themselves, right? Sometimes they don't, but sometimes it's still there. And you can really because that picture's wow, aren't they gorgeous? Aren't they seem you can really look at a person and say, yeah, wait a minute. And Pam, like you said, people when they're hiring someone, looking which is the best candidate for, because you got the resume looks perfect, everyone, right? But something that you're looking at, you keep getting this something clairvoyantly that maybe come with the feeling also. So there's many, many things that you can use this for, right? I still
Yeah.
use it, yeah.
Even if you were going to drive home from work,
Yes,
you could actually kind of look which way which way is the best way to go.
that's
If you
right.
want to go here and then you see just a whole bunch of traffic in your mind, then okay, I'm not going that way. I'm going to go this
Yeah,
way. It's I just live this way all the time in making decisions and making choices.
yeah,
But also, for those who want to use intuition for other things, more complicated things, of course, I still say developing your clairvoyance, there's only there's only a few ways, no matter what you want to do, whether you want to be a medical intuitive, a medium, you want to just use this in your own life for guidance. It's only going to come in one of four ways. You're either going to see it, you're going to hear it, you're going to know it, or you're going to feel it. And seeing it is a big one.
yeah.
So that's why we started off with the clairvoyance, because it's
Right,
a
and we all have this. Like I can be strong, clairsentient to feel, or clairaudient to hear, but the clairvoyance, we all have it. You just
yeah.
need to use it like a muscle, right? And I say too, though, everyone, let's give you help. Let's give them a couple of tips, Pam, also with this, right?
Mhm.
Okay. I think what I tell my students also is, please, 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 everyone, look around your own world first. Okay, we are so programmed. We constantly look at our phones. It does all the imagining for us. We don't have to do anything. Just sit there and look like, scroll. All right. Put it away sometimes. When you're outdoors, look at the blue sky, look at the green grass, look at the leaves, look at people, everyone. Because Pam, we don't even look at each other anymore, right? And because well, what are you looking at? So we don't even look at each other, but looking at your outside world first, okay? It takes you into that mindful place, kind of like you don't have to do a deep meditation all the time, Pam. Just being conscious, mindful awareness of, looking at that green tree, looking at those flowers. I now have bird feeders, okay, and I am out there mesmerized by the different colors of the birds and who's taking what seed and everything. So it's fascinating. Look around your own world first. And I know, Pam, you got a tip too, but another one, everyone. Get a votive candle, okay? Get a votive candle, light it safely, okay? And then I want you to stare at it until your eyes start to water, okay? Dim the lights and just keep staring at it. And then I want you to put your hands over your eyes. What's going to happen is you're going to see that little flame. It's not going to be right here. It's going to be right there in the third eye. Stare at it, not not concentrate on it. Wait until it fades, right, everyone? Because it's going to just exercise your clairvoyance. Visualization exercises also help. But that one, look around your own world first, because everything in your outside world can be used in clairvoyance, meaning in that psychic tool bank, all right, that toolbox we have. But the votive candle exercise too. Look at it, wait until your eyes water, put your hands over your eyes, and then you'll start to see it fade. It literally takes you into clairvoyance, all right? Or strengthens it. It's like a muscle, Pam, right? You
Mhm.
have to use it, everyone, so you can get used to seeing this way, all right? And remember, it's not going to be like the movies. It can be quite subtle, right? So, Pam, what do you say? What is the tip that they can walk away with and start to use it, start to develop it?
Okay, so you got to give two, so I get to give two.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
So one is
Fair
play.
is fair.
You gotta play with it. You gotta play with it. And I think, the more you do that internally, so nobody knows, there's no pressure. You just, go, what's my boss gonna be wearing tomorrow?
That's
Um,
right.
and just play with it and start being able to gauge kind of what's going on, whether you're guessing or whether you're actually receiving. So that's a fun thing you can do, is just constantly play games with your own intuition. But a lot of people will tell me, I just don't see, I can't visualize. And so I always ask them, have you ever daydreamed before? And they all say yes. So I always say, okay, right now, all of you that are out there and you're listening, can you visualize in your mind's eye right now the face of Goldie Hawn, especially young Goldie Hawn?
I was going to say, what version?
Young Goldie Hawn. Yeah. When Harry Met Sally.
Mhm.
You can all do it. You can see her in your
That's
mind.
Meg Ryan, by the way.
Oh, Meg Ryan. Sorry, Meg Ryan. You can see her in your mind's eye, right? Most of you can all see her face. And so I always say, just practice doing that. Just practice visualizing. I have somebody read off words and I'll practice visualizing a word. So if somebody says lamp, I'll visualize a lamp. Um, just practice tiger. Visualize a tiger in your mind's eye. It's
Mhm.
just a muscle. You just practice over and over, and it gets easier and easier.
Right. Like I said, I'll say it again because people think it's too Hollywood, Pam. But and same thing, we're similar teachers, right? I'll tell people, all right, everyone, what's it like? Okay, everyone, as you're looking at us, okay, as you're looking at us, don't force. See your kitchen in your mind's eye with your eyes open. See the kitchen? All right. Now mine is
It's
downstairs. I can see
yours or
that.
mine?
Right? Some people don't want to look at their kitchen right now, but you can see that.
Oh, their kitchen. Okay,
What? Yeah. Yeah. Look
their
at their own kitchen, right? See that in your
I'm
mind's
looking
eye.
at my
It's
kitchen.
very subtle, guys, right? It's there. It's in your mind. It's in your mind's eye. And just like Pam said, when you see Goldie Hawn, who's married to Kurt Russell, all right, she used to be in Laughing. Or if you say when she said, "See a tiger," okay, try not to see the pink elephant. You see, guys, all right? Very, very subtle. And the more you do this, the more it's going to develop. But with the knowledge of the pineal gland, working with the energy center of the third eye, it can get stronger and stronger and stronger, right? So, with all the clairs, that's why I said, Pam, we really should have a class or do something online where it's just clairvoyance. right? Just clairvoyance. And people start off with that. The picture reading one that we did was quite a success, right? So why
Mhm.
not take it to the level of, with this so people can learn energy scanning, use it for medical intuition, learn it in their work. Or if you're an artist or a clothes designer, or if you're a stay-home mom, you can even do this also. And I love the tips that you gave, Pam, saying just play with it. Just play with it. That's why everyone, Pam and I are going to be doing a webinar together. And I know a lot of people will say, well, we can learn this, we could read about it. But here you have two teachers, okay,
Mhm.
who have been doing it for 30 years, right?
Yeah.
We're not just talking with you on this, all right, which is Third Eye Awakening, which is the webinar. You're going to be doing it with us, right? You're going to be doing the exercise. It's not us, because webinars too, when people just talk at you, no, we're going to take you through the exercises. We got people, we got images, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So that is March 9th, Pam. And who else would when I thought of this, who else could I ask but Pam Coronado, who uses this in such a unique way with your work, Pam? Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, yeah, it's okay. And we'll teach people too the different ways visual impressions they could come to you because you might see colors, you might see symbols. We might. I'm going to try to. No, I'm not going to try. I'm going to explain the pineal gland. Right? How to work with that. A lot of people do that. What turns it on? What turns it off? What shuts it down? How to strengthen that? Also about the third eye chakra and how to hold on to an image, right? I learned this in mediumship, how to hold on to it because it's very fleeting and let that image tell you a story. All right, tell you what story. And I want to teach you how to see energy, how to scan. What else, Pam?
Are you going to tell your story about the image that shifted for you or no?
I'd rather save that for the webinar for them too, but
Okay.
everyone has their own symbol, everyone, right? Your
Mhm.
symbol to you is going to mean something totally different to me. A shamrock to me could mean Irish. To Pam, it means good luck. A waterfall to me, Niagara Falls, always means to me upper state, New York or Canada. It never means honeymoon. It never means the falls itself or electric generator or the mist made in the boat that goes down there. That's what it means to me. And that's my symbol for it. One time, really quickly, I was reading for this woman and her uncle came through, and I kept getting a rubber duck. Now, I don't have kids. My dog didn't have a rubber duck. I don't play with rubber ducks. I don't have a rubber duck. And I kept saying, what's with the duck? What's with this? So I had to ask her because that's a symbol I wasn't familiar with. And I said to the woman, I said, would you understand why your uncle's sending me a rubber duck? And she said, oh my God. His name was Uncle Dougie growing up. But when she was a kid, she could never say Uncle Dougie. It was always Uncle Ducky. So what a great way. So those on the other side know that I know what a rubber duck is. They go in there, okay? And I feel like I swear like it's almost like on a computer. Okay, let's access his data bank. Okay, he knows that. When I said the rubber duck, she started crying because that's all she needed. I mean, she got a full reading, but he came through. Just show me the rubber duck. So it can be used that way. And Pam, how else, what else?
I'll give
Um,
you an example too. This
yeah,
happened to
please.
me. This actually did happen to me. I posted it on Facebook. This happened to me in a reading with a client about a week or so ago. And it just left such an impression on my heart that I had to share it.
Go
But
for it.
it was, I had a client on the phone and we were talking about work or something like that,
Hmm.
his career. And I kept seeing Goldie Hawn's face, Goldie Hawn, Goldie Hawn. And I'm thinking, why am I seeing her face? So finally I just told him, I'm like, I'm really distracted right now. I don't know. I keep seeing Goldie Hawn. And he got really quiet for a second and he said, you know what? He said, I was going to ask you later. And he said, we're trying to name our baby. My wife's pregnant. We're trying to name our baby. And Goldie was one of our top choices. And I was like, well, apparently she wants to be named Goldie.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we also teach people, and this is March 9th, everyone next Saturday for 3 hours. Also, what's your imagination? Okay, and what's a real image that you're getting? And how to move past your blockages. What stops people from developing this too, whether it's fear or something they were brought up with, or they saw too many movies. So that's something. But what I do love, Pam, that we do, okay, with it's from 2 to 5, right? Next Saturday, March 9th. Um, Yep, there you go. God, she's so good. She is so,
Oh
so,
my
so
gosh,
good.
what's happened?
Yep, she's so good. I'm like, what's happening? God, it's magic, right? Like,
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
So, everyone, so what happens with that too is we are going to, at the end, we're going to do some readings. I love doing readings, but we're going to show you how our clairvoyance is working. Yeah, we're going to have somebody come on, one of the attendees, and tell you how we're seeing, what we're seeing around you, what colors we're seeing around you. So there's no better way, Pam, to show people than to end with readings. Okay, to show them, okay, this is how we're seeing this here. So it's a teaching tool, everyone. Okay, with the readings, it's a teaching tool. So I'm looking forward to this, Pam.
No,
So
me too.
yeah, yeah, and
Love
Pam.
stuff.
Anything you want to know, guys, too, we'll put the link in the comment section. It's next. And you'll see, I wanted everyone to benefit, or we wanted everyone to benefit this too. So look at the price. All right. Just look at it. It's like, okay, wait a minute. And if you're thinking, I won't be able to attend live, it will be recorded. But if you could come live, you get to take part in the exercise, even if it's recorded. People just have to pause it before we give the answer or show them what we're doing here too. So everyone, that is Third Eye Awakening, March 9th. And here it comes. Look at that, March 9th. All right, learn to develop and harness the power of your clairvoyance. You're with us for a few hours, not long, okay? Because we'll take a break in there. But it's next Saturday, March 9th. And this is something that I'm very passionate about. And we will keep that. That's a early bird special price. But come join us, everyone. Learn about this. Use it in your life because it's not just for the woo-woo. It's not Hollywood. This is something that once you understand how to open your third eye or look through your third eye and use it in your life, you're going to look at things. You're going to look at the world and people in a new way that you're never going to look at them the same way again, everyone. Even colors are going to change for you, the way you look at colors. So Third Eye Awakening, we'll put the link right there. And we look forward to seeing you, Pam. What can I say? As
Yeah,
I look at you clairvoyantly, okay? All right. So
yeah,
everyone, we can learn to do it just like that. So come join us. We're really good teachers, if I do say so myself. A beautiful presentation. Do a break and then do some readings at the end. So come join us and um, learn to really see what's really in front of you. Yeah, Pam?
yeah. And it's super interactive too. I
That's
want
right.
people to know that too, that you're not going to sit there and just listen to us talk. You are going to be actively trying these things yourself, which is always the best way to learn.
Absolutely. All right, everyone. So March 9th, Third Eye Awakening, next Saturday, 2 p.m. on the East Coast and whatever on the West Coast. Okay, 11, 12, 1, 2, 11 o'clock on the West Coast or wherever else in your world, and it will be recorded. So come join us. Come join us. And that's why we're doing it in February on Saturday, because if it was in the summer,
In March.
you might not be here. All right. You'd be at the beach or something. All right, everyone. So have a good day. Do one kind act today. Look at people, smile at people, right? Because that one smile, you might change somebody's whole day, everyone. All right. So Pam Coronado, all right, she's PamCoronado.com, JohnHolland.com. Have a fantastic soul-filled day. Okay, Pam?
All right.
All
Thank you,
right.
everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.